One of the most important things you can do when you have a large team is systemize exactly what you're doing and make it as simple as possible while reducing clicks. Now, we have a large sales team, or 10 people, and part of their process is to do a follow-up after every call. They do a follow-up form or a post-call form and build a customer proposal. One of the projects I've been working on is AI generating a customer proposal. And to do this, we've been basically creating a form. They put a whole bunch of information in, they hit generate, and it gives them this proposal. Now, the problem is the proposal used to take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, sometimes 3 to be a really good proposal. And then the form process cut it down to about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 30. Now, the problem there is if they do 10 calls a day, which is kind of our goal, 10 good sales calls a day, and they have to make 10 proposals, they have to do 30 minutes per proposal, which is still really not feasible. So what I want to do is have a pre-filled out link based on that sales call with all of their information, details from the call, and then the salesperson can just go quickly edit and hit generate. Now, this is kind of what we did with our post-sales form, but with the post-sales call, it's a little bit more complicated. But specifically in this video, I wanna show you just how to make that pre-generated form link. So basically, they're automatically gonna get, after a call, they'll automatically get an email with that pre-generated form link. And I'm just gonna focus on actually creating the link. I do have other videos on how to put that all together, but basically what you wanna do is first have your landing page for that link. So in this example, we're using Go High Level. You can use Google Forms. So basically you just have to have that form already built out, and then you can start populating this link. And each one's a little different. Google Forms has a really simple way to do it, and this one works just fine too. So in here, just our plain link is going to be this. So this is what it looks like when we send someone over to this cold traffic. This is an internal tool just for our sales team, so it doesn't need to be fancy, but you can see that they have to answer a couple of pieces. So full name of the proposal, email the proposal, phone number, website, salesperson involved, the company information, the transcription from the call that they actually had, the price they want to sell it at, and then if they go advanced, there's a whole bunch of other questions. Now, this is still quicker than building a proposal from scratch. However, most if not all of this information is covered on the sales call. So what we want to do is basically get a smart link that looks kind of like this, and then we can just, I'll redo this so you just can see it. So I didn't fully complete this, so we can do some of it together, but basically it's going to pre-populate this in a few seconds, hopefully. So you'll see that it's got email, phone number, the price that we want to sell it for, and it's all put in there. It should have full name, so we'll probably dive into why that's not working, but that's really what we're trying to do. And now the thing here is, even if that was all we gave them, 1, 2, 3 pieces, that just reduced by 20 clicks. Not 20, that just reduced by 5, 6 clicks and typing and all these steps. But we're gonna be able to use AI to go through that transcript, upload the transcript, and do all that. Now that's gonna be a different video, but in this one, I'm just gonna show you how to create that link. So again, we're gonna go back to Zapier. We're gonna have this in an email step. So if you go through the entire process, there's a bunch of things going on here. We're gathering information, we get the transcript, we're looking up the lead, it's creating a Google Doc, and then the email is where we're gonna play. So this is a simple but time-consuming step that a lot of people would skip. So there are certain standard variables we're using Go High Level that we're setting it to, but this will work with any form. So obviously you need the URL, then you're just gonna put a question mark, and then it's gonna be name equals, and you can do full name. So we're grabbing that variable from above, then email equals, and we can do the email address, which is again a variable above, phone number, same thing. And then here's where the magic comes, is these custom variables. So on a form, they're actually gonna have, so in Go High Level, and each tool is gonna be a little different, it's gonna have this information. So if I wanna do another one, so company name, it's just gonna be organization. So in here, I would equals, so let's do, and I like to do them in order. So let's pull that form back up. In order just helps me stay organized and make sure that I don't miss anything. So let's do a little screen splitting here. We got full name, check, email, check, phone number, check, website. So website's the next thing I want to do here. So in Go High Level, we'll come back into this and we'll just click on this and go website. So move that down, do and And then you just have to practice or follow this format. So and equals, and then we already have website, hopefully. So we're gonna come in here and go website. So you can see it. Make this bigger. So that's coming from our lookup in Go High Level. We had to do a webhook to actually look up and Go High Level. I just filmed another video on that, so it'll be up soon. But that's really the entire process. So now it's gonna have website, and then we're gonna do and what's the next step we have here? So we're gonna go back to our form. So after website is salesperson email. So we're just gonna do salesperson email. So and variable equals, and then we'll come up here and find, that could be for us in a couple of spots. I'm gonna do it from our trigger webhook. So hopefully it'll be here, sales. So I don't have it as salesperson email. So let's do, maybe didn't get the salesperson. Let's see. Nope, so it doesn't get everything, which is okay. So we're gonna come back here, and then we're gonna have, from our original meeting, we have the host. So, all right, so email recording owner. So that's gonna be our salesperson. And you'll see it's test data here. MeetGeek's API is difficult to work with, so a lot of it comes out as test data. And then I'll just do one more so you guys can see it. So company name, I actually don't think we're gonna get company name from the way I have this set up. We have a sales call, so I can use AI to try to grab the company name, because assuming they brought up the company name in the sales call, that will help. At company name equals, and then let's see. It's definitely not gonna be in my MeetGeek, so let's see if it is contact company name. There you go. And then I'll do one more just so you guys can see. So obviously each of these, the thing is, it's a little time consuming to build, but once you do that, you don't have to do it again. Transcript, I'm gonna have to play with a little bit. I might turn this into a text box. That's gonna be depending on how my test data comes out. And then we'll just do this pricing right here. So I'm gonna do equals 300, and then we should be good. So then I'm just gonna continue. I can send this as a test, so reset step. So it should email to me. I'm gonna go ahead and publish this, publish. Again, this is all test data, so it's not gonna be perfect, but we're just setting it up. So hopefully it will run on my first meeting. All right, so this is what that email looks like. So then I would use HTML to hyperlink this, so that way it doesn't look all messy like this. But let's go back to our incognito. It does take a second. There you go. So for some reason, prospect's full name isn't working still, but you got everything, owner. So you can see that some of them still have issues, so you guys gotta play with, it's potentially the variable. So let's come back and try one more thing. So name is giving us trouble. You can come back into this form. Full name. Then come back into our test. And let's just change this to full name. There you go. So you can see how it's small little nuances, and there, that worked this time. Those little nuances are important. It has to be exactly the same. So we're gonna come back into Zapier, and instead of having name, we're gonna do full name. Edit. Full name. And then I will go ahead and I like to use HTML editor online, and then I can just do, and then I'll make this, let's see, all right. Okay, so come back, grab our link again. So we're just grabbing this, and then we're gonna do some HTML here. So I'm gonna just take this, I'm gonna say hyperlink it. I'm gonna take my URL, put it there. So now this is our HTML. You'll notice that it just kind of gave variables, and then I can just come back in here and go back to this. So that should work, and it'll be a little bit of testing, but that's really the idea. Now we have a smart link that's formatted well, and it's just one click and our team can go do the next step. So again, we took something that was originally several hours of time down to 30 minutes and now probably down to 3 or 4, especially as in this workflow, as I'm testing, I'm going to enrich each step, collect information from the call, and then I'll be able to pre-populate the entire form for them. They'll just hit generate and be good to go. If you guys like content like this, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you.